Kansas 11 Lyrics. I'm here with the man, Brian Davis.
What's up, y'all?
And the other man, Jason Schmitty Drums Schmidt, former Florida Georgia Line drummer, now Brian Davis's drummer. This right here, unbeatable combination. You cannot beat it. Can't beat it. It's good to see you, man. You're here at City Limits again.
Excited, man. We've been wanting and waiting for this particular scenario to go down from the first time we walked in here and played. You know, we came in here with a trailer and an expedition, playing this venue for 2 years, maybe 3, 4 years, I don't know how long, and then now we're sitting on a bus out back. It's just unbelievable.
In your own bus.
Yeah, it's great.
Your own bus.
Bus.
Happened so fast.
But,
So tell us what's going on tonight.
well, we're gonna go out there and throw down, ain't we, brother?
Yeah, buddy.
We just do what we do, and you're gonna hear something really cool that the band that I had prior to, that I played around town so much with, it's gonna be really cool because we're gonna have those guys actually start the show, and they're gonna play like 5 or 6 tunes with me, kind of the older stuff that the listeners first started listening, you know, early on in our deal, and then we're gonna segue into an acoustic set.
Wow.
And then my new boys are going to come out. I'm sure we'll have a toast of some description for the old, you know, the old band leaving, and then the new guys coming in, and then we're going to come out and do what we've been doing on the Hell on Wheels tour from day one, just ripping faces. I mean, it's been amazing. And these guys, having Schmitty at home, man, that's to me is massive. And then, you know, my other guys, Lincoln and Jenkins, man, those dudes, it's just awesome. And so we walk on stage every night, and we just do what we do.
And that's why we love you, man. You are, I've said it a million times, you're unapologetic. You get out and you play real, honest music.
Yeah.
You don't compromise. You are who you are. And
Take it or leave it.
Virtual finger to the rest. And I love it. I love it.
That's awesome.
I love it. It's your virtual finger, man.
Mm-hmm.
Is this your CD release party for the new CD?
Yes, it's kind of odd that we. I've always wanted to release every record from home, and this is home to us, and so for us that was important. But when Brantley called back in September, or might have been August, called and said, "Hey BD, we got this tour coming up called Hell on Wheels. We want you to be on it." And so at that point we knew that we had to get the music out because there were so many people that we were going to be in front of, and it would be a disservice not to get it to those guys. And so we went ahead and put it out. We put it out as a soft release. We didn't really blow it up or tell a bunch of people. We just kind of kept on the DL and started just throwing it out, you know, and sales were insane. We were so humbled by that. But then I was just waiting for the right time to actually do a release, a full official release here, and it coincided with the time we have off from the tour that we're on right now with Brantley, and so I took the first date I could get to make sure it all could click in and work. And
Well, thank you for picking this one because it coincides with my day off.
And happy birthday to you as well.
Thank you.
So now, yeah, we're gonna go in, man, and this will be the official deal. It'll be the, you know, welcome to Under the Influence, and we're really excited about the record, man. We've been playing those tunes out. You know, we start out with Bang Bang Drink Drink on the road, and these arena shows we've been playing with Brantley, and it just
grabs them out the gate.
Yeah, it sets the tone for the rest of the show. You know what I mean? Because Brantley's, he's got a pretty big hammer himself, and so you know, with what we do and what he does,
It blends perfectly.
Man.
It blends perfectly. Couldn't have picked anybody better.
I know, it's been awesome, and so, but it's cool to see the reaction of all the people in these arenas, man. When we walk out, and you know, there's a percentage of people who know who we are, but there's a much larger percentage who have no idea who we are. And we've got this big, massive backdrop hanging with Brian Davis and then bullet holes in one side.
Awesome.
And I can only imagine what people are thinking when they walk in and see that. And it's hanging up there for an hour before we walk on stage. And then when we do go on stage and we do what we do, man, we see the music hit the people, and we know we got it right. You know?
Is this your first arena tour?
We've done some arena stuff, but this is the first, or like, full-scale arena tour, yes. And it has been insanely cool.
How was your first one? How did that kind of...
Well, we were in
happened way too
Independence.
fast.
We were in Independence, Missouri, and we have a 6-song set. Well, we did that Then we got in trouble.
Now we have 5.
But now we have 5. But,
See, and you didn't apologize for it either, did you?
I didn't. I actually, it's a funny story. I thought we were doing really well, but so we have a 6-song set, and it's not enough. I mean, by the time we get running good, we got to stop, and none of us are happy about that, you know. But one cool thing BG has done is he brings me back out during his set, and we do Dust from the Bottle together, and
oh wow,
you know, it's just a cool thing, man. We have a really cool deal there. But getting back to the funny story about the time issue, we went like 10 minutes over the first night, or 12 minutes over, whatever. We started early and then went late. It's kind of but so then we come off the stage, and the production manager's standing there, and he's like, BD, I'm like, we did awesome, didn't we? And he's like, dude, you started earlier and you finished late. We can't have that, man. I mean, my schedule says. I'm like, okay, dude, we'll work on it tomorrow. You just blew it off and kept getting, because I was on such a high after walking off, you know, in front of 10,000 people down to, you know. And then the next day, I go, hey guys, I'm gonna cut some talking out tonight. You know, we're gonna try to shave some time. And so we started early again.
With 4 minutes over.
We started early, went 4 minutes over.
It's a process.
I came off the stage, and there's production manager again, standing there, and he's got his phone in his hand, and I was like, oh dude, we did great, man. That's better, right? He said, no, it's not. So then the next night we're in where were we? Was it Mankato?
Yeah,
somewhere, I forget where we were, like, in Minnesota. We did it the next night, and then we had oh, come on in.
I was like, hey, come on in.
No, Lincoln, you have to come in.
Come on in. Intro.
Lincoln.
This is Lincoln.
You gotta lean down and say hello, man.
Oh, hello.
What up, world?
Bye, Lincoln.
So anyway, we thought we were doing good, and then finally we felt like, because we had already pushed the envelope pretty deep, and we were like, we should probably play by the rules, sorta. And so we went back and kind of conceded and took one song off, and then just kind of raged on some other stuff. You know.
So you compromised.
Well, I don't do that well. I really don't do that well at all.
Did you apologize?
No, I didn't apologize. I just said, we'll see what we can do.
Well, you know what? I mean, you're Brian Davis, man.
I know,
People don't
right?
want to see 6 songs.
I know.
People want to see 10 songs.
Well, that's flattering. I hope they do.
They're gonna get it tonight.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about it. Actually, it's the funny, since we've put this band together and we've been out running, this is the first night this has been 100% our show, start to finish. And we're so excited because we weren't rushed through anything. You know, we just sat there and did our thing and made sure we were dead on. And if we want to tear the rafters out of the place, we can. You don't have to worry about the guy behind us.
Oh, you're going to.
You know, so.
I've been in there. I just heard your sound check. You're going to.
Oh, thank you.
You're going to, man.
Excited.
So how'd you hook up with old boy over here? How'd you luck up with this?
I got a phone call from Brantley Gilbert, and he said he wanted us to go back out with him on the second leg of the Hell on Wheels tour. And so we but he wanted to do it full band, first of 3 full band. And so the first call was to my boy Schmidt here, and I said, dude, I can't do this without you, man. So say yes, and let's go to work. And he said yes, so we went to work. So
well, some things are meant to be, man.
I totally agree. We've been for 8-10 years wanting to work together, and just circumstances and everything that's going down just didn't seem to kind of culminate. But now he's sitting behind me kicking.
When I heard it, I smiled like a big dumbass. I was so happy to hear that, because you know, I'm sorry, Florida Georgia Line fans do miss you. I hear it all the time. You know, no offense to the new guy, but
no,
I mean,
Sean's a great
Sean's
drummer.
awesome.
Sean's a great drummer, and you know, I'm proud of what those boys are doing now, and I'm proud that I was able to be a part of us going from playing little clubs in front of nobody,
in front of me,
to all, you know, to the single coming out and getting the record deal, playing the Opry, single going gold, being on the video. You know, I got to do a lot of really cool stuff for them, and they're all great guys, and I wish them all the best in the future, and I'm proud of what they're doing. And now I get to do the same exact thing with my brother here, and we'll build it the same way. So
yes, you are.
It's good times.
Amen.
So you've been in between stuff. I know you wrote Summerback, which was actually one of my favorites of yours.
Oh.
And then Andy Gibson released it, which is Andy Gibson's one of my favorites. So I was like, this is good.
It's a good team.
You know, we wind up doing as much as I write, you know, and a lot of the stuff. Well, there's several things that you'll hear tonight. I won't tell you which ones, but you'll probably be able to guess it pretty easy. But the Brantley's cut, and just a whole bunch of stuff that's going down, and it's cool. It's like, you know, we have y'all on our record, which is us and FGL
I love
and
that
Chase.
one.
Chase, right?
You know, and then Brantley's going to have things on his record that are me and Brantley, you know, and then I'm going to have things on my new record that are Brantley and me, you know, and just in me and Lee Bryce, there's some stuff on his. There's just a whole bunch of cool stuff that's kind of all intermingling in a neat way. And so from a writing standpoint, I love that we're getting a voice, and from an artist standpoint, I love that we have stuck to our guns to a point where we have a voice. Because if we would have watered it down early, we would have been lost.
Well, I love the fact that you stick to your guns.
So we, you know, it can be to a fault at times, but for me, I don't know any other way to live. I know what I believe in. I know what my fans and our demographic. I know them better than I know myself, and that's important to put that on the table. And I'm not going to let anybody sit up in an office and say, "Hey, man, I don't think you understand our demographic," because I will quickly stand up on their desk and tell them they have no idea.
Well, your fans are the one that buy your CD. They're the ones that support you.
Exactly. So,
and
that's kind of how I've always been. I mean, I'll fight if I need to, and I'll definitely will fight for my fans.
Well, I love the fact that you are so interactive with your fans. On Twitter, you're interactive with them. On Facebook, I mean, very few artists do that nowadays. I know it's usually assistants.
Yeah, no, we you know, and honestly, for me, we do have a team that helps support that, and put dates out and meet and drink stuff and all those types of things. But me personally, man, without those, they're my bosses. I mean, I don't have a boss. I have tons of fans that tell me if I'm doing a good job or not. You know what I mean? And so I want to know. I want to talk to them. I want to hear from them. I want to respond to their question. And it's funny, like a lot of times, I mean, Smitty's kind of witnessed this too, and it's kind of taken me back a little bit. But you know, after we finish a show on the tour, I always make the comment. I say at the end of my set, I say, "Man, y'all are just badass." And after the set's done, I'm gonna carry myself back there to the table, and I'm gonna stay, and I'm gonna sign until you tell me I have to go home.
And you do. I've seen you do it.
And the people, it's crazy. The funny thing is that line keeps getting longer and longer and longer, and I love it more. Like you would think that it would be the exact opposite, but man, I just get more excited about it. But the cool thing for me is, it's still a little odd, is there will be ladies that come up in line, and they'll be shaking and crying, and they're like, "I cannot believe I'm meeting you." And my honest response is, I can't believe I'm getting to meet you, because to me,
that's cool.
They are the reason I get to do what I do, and still the thought process there is so twisted. Because honestly, we're the lucky ones, but we get to go into their towns and get to see their lives through what they do and what they're about. So,
well, you know, I don't think a lot of artists realize that a lot of these people that come to see you, I mean, there are people that literally will put off paying a bill to get a ticket to your show.
Yeah.
And
that's
some
crazy.
people will be like, you know what? I don't need to eat dinner tonight. I'm going to buy a Brian Davis ticket. And they don't realize it, but you do.
Yeah, and that's why we bleed on stage. That's why we give them everything we are.
Yeah, we never phone in a show. I mean, like, you made a great point. I mean, people will put off bills and they won't eat and stuff like that just to come out and come to a show.
It's crazy.
We owe every single person that pays a ticket to give 110% of us every single night. Because otherwise, you know, we can't phone it in. We're just wired like that. When we go out there, it's on 12 every single show.
It is, because the first time I saw you guys, it was the Nashville 57 tour.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, I mean, that was not like a huge, big sellout crowd. And
we still went at it every night.
Exactly. You came out just like there were 10,000 people in there.
Exactly.
And then the second time I saw you, you played just like you did the first time, like there were 10,000. And tonight you're going to play just like you're playing with Brantley. And fans appreciate that. Coming from a fan's point of view, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
And it is noticed. You may not realize that it's noticed, but it's noticed and it's talked about.
Well, we love that, man. That's why we do what we do. We want to, and I'll tell you, it's something that it's honestly how I feel about things. And we've had some pretty in-depth meetings recently with a lot of people when it comes to including other aspects and other services inside of what we do. And I've said it to every single one, every meeting that starts. I say, look, guys, never look at my people as a walking wallet. Never do that. I walk on stage. The only thing I'm after is the hearts and the minds of the people. That's what I want, because I want to know them. I want to have that mutual respect with them. And at that point, if they choose to buy something from us, that's fine. But first and foremost, they need to be treated with the respect that they deserve. So for me, I get fighting mad, like jump up on a desk, kick things when somebody treats a fan like it's a walking wallet. Like they're not good enough for you to take and completely hug them and completely put your arm on them and say, hey man, thank you for coming hanging with us.
Now, you have to be somewhat accessible to them.
Totally. Well, I think yeah.
They're accessible to you.
They truly are. I mean, they stand in line for 3 hours.
Oh my God.
And there's the craziest piece of that too is, man, and this, my bro, he's seen this go down, but they're people that don't know who we are from Adam. We walk and we do what we do on stage in these arenas. We walk out to the table, and there's people like that are standing in line for 2.5, 3 hours, and they didn't know who we were from Adam early on, but we convinced them that we cared enough about them to come hang out. So they put that kind of equity in a line, stand there, and inch forward, because we don't rush anybody through our deal, man. We do it right.
Well, you know what? It's a hard thing to find these days. It really is. I mean, most meet and greets, you come in for 15 minutes. The artist comes in, he's like, hey,
group shots.
and then group shots, and then they can't even take their own pictures. They have to take them and post them online, and it's not a very interactive, personal experience like it used to be. And you make it that way. You do your meet and drinks, which is amazing. Speaking of bang drink.
Yeah, we do.
That's how you start your show.
All of it, yeah. Our meet and drinks, I'm really proud of those too, because I think we're doing that the right way. Because a lot of times people want to know the backside of the fan. What's going on while we're hanging out on the bus.
You gonna let me come in for that tonight?
Of course.
Okay.
Absolutely. You can film a little bit of it, and as long as everybody's cool with it. But the bottom line is that for us, we want to know them on that level, and they come up on the bus, and it's so funny too, man. It's the same thing like as in the lines, where they come up on the bus, and the ones you think would be rowdy and like woo, they're the quietest. Just come and sit down, and we'll be like, dude, I can't believe we're on your bus.
Open up, man.
I'm like, this is a party. It's not. I can't believe I'm on your bus day. This is a party.
I can't believe
we're gonna throw it down up here, And so we do that. And Schmidt does a great job. He's our resident bartender.
Like I said, man, you have a bus.
He excels at that.
Yeah.
They're on your bus.
That's insane, man. I'm still grasping that concept.
Which
that we have our own bus. And that's super cool. But
I think it's great.
So,
well, dude, you're doing
thank
awesome.
Y'all so much for coming. We really appreciate you guys always, endorsing what we do.
We know we've got your back.
Behind it. Yeah, that means everything to us.
One more thing I want to say is congratulations on the creative artist being signed by CAA.
Yeah, we're excited about that, man. That's
congratulations to CAA for signing. Well, great. Thank you guys so much for what you do.
Welcome, man. Thank y'all so much for having us.
And
we appreciate you as always. So.
You're welcome. You guys get the new CD. It's Under the Influence.
Under the Influence. Yeah.
You listen to it, you will be under the influence of Brian Davis.
Awesome, man. Thank you guys so much. Hope to see you on the road soon.
Thanks,
guys.
Bye, guys.
Is a song